welcome to Sway TV.
Welcome and to Amazon Live and virtually into our Sway TV studio.
I'm so excited to get started today.
And we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live.
And she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We're gonna have some fun on the street.
We are gonna be talking all about parenting.
This is our tribe of women. What is the key to a successful business?
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad. This is a game changer.
There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. The perfect gift. You guys, get on this now.
Such an amazing Amazon deal.
Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break. So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake. Shake your Zulai.
That was very dramatic. Thank you. Thank you, thank you at Sway TV. Thank you. Oh, Naveen says thank you. This is my first time I'm seeing Amazon Live. This is better than Netflix. Yes!
So happy New Year 2021. Let's bring it in with a bang. 2, 1. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Good morning, Amazon, and welcome to Sway TV. I'm your host, Candice Kita, and today we're going to do Get Ready With Me. Now, first off, good morning. How are you guys today? Thank you so much for joining me here. It's, as you can tell, we're here in almost sunny Los Angeles, and the sun is barely peeking its head over the mountains because we're coming to you live from Los Angeles. So, you know, because I'm live, if you have any questions or comments that you want to leave in the chat section, please do. I'd love to hear from you guys today. What are you doing today? Are you going anywhere? How was your day so far? How has your week been? Please go ahead and drop a comment into the section there. I'd love to hear from you. And you know, while you're at it, if you haven't already done so, please hit that follow button. That's right, hit that follow button and follow Sway TV. Let me see. Oh, good morning. How are you? Laura. Good morning, Laura. How do you like using the Revlon One Step? Which Revlon One Step are we referring to? The Revlon One Step? Ah, this Revlon One Step. I love it. And you know, thank you so much for asking me, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be demonstrating the Revlon One Step later on today, because today is a how-to with me. And what we're going to be doing is, I don't know if you can tell or not, this is my natural hair. So normally I do something to my hair, but this morning I want it to be freshly washed. So all I did was I washed it and dried it partially so I can show you guys the normal texture of my hair. And then we're going to be using the Revlon One Step, and we're going to be smoothing my hair down and making it presentable. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes hair takes up more time in the morning for me than it does anything else. I've got a ton of hair, and for me, my hair is not exactly, it's not curly, it's not wavy, it's not straight. It's kind of in the middle of everything, and it's sometimes I feel like it's hard or difficult to manage. And so I'm just going to show you guys quick and easy, a simple way to flat iron your hair today, if you'd like to. This is great for Zoom meetings, just an easy hairstyle that'll last you all day long. I only use 1 or 2 products. It's not as complicated as maybe curling your hair, and the results are really great. Oh, thank you so much. That's funny. I appreciate it. I was compared before to Kimura. She's much taller than me, and I've seen her in real life, and she's beautiful. So I take it as a compliment. Thank you so much. And that's why I cut mine. I know, and in the current situation, a lot of us haven't been able to cut our hair, right? And so it's almost more challenging sometimes to be able to maintain our hair as it grows out. I used to have, I don't know if you can tell here, I used to have layers, long layers that went all the way to the end. And now as time has gone on and we haven't been able to get a haircut, I've just been kind of making do with what I have until I can go back and get the layers put in my hair. And I don't know about you guys, I'm really curious. At least for me, the layers help lessen the weight and the heaviness of my hair and give it a little bit more body. I feel like I'm blessed in that I don't need extensions, but then what do you do with it all? You know what I mean? What do you do with all this hair? So anyways, what we're gonna be doing today is we're gonna be demonstrating the Revlon One Step. And the reason why it's called a One Step is because you can do multiple things with this one hair accessory implement. So what we can do is we're gonna brush our hair, we're going to dry it at the same time, and today we're using it to kind of smooth the shaft and smooth the cuticle of the hair to get straight hair. And if you want a more curled look, which I can show you at a different day, you can use the Revlon One Step and actually curl your hair as you're blowing heat into it. And so it saves you a step too. If you want light, loose, kind of sexy, tousled, beachy waves, this is another way to get it. So it's like 2 or 3 implements in one. So today we're going to be doing that, and then also I'm going to be showing you, in between and breaks, some great products from Bogavia. And so we're going to be using some hair products and also some hand products. And if you guys haven't already done it, hit that follow button for swaytv.com, and you can also go to swaytvfollow.com. And say you've missed one of our past episodes. Say you love Doug Jeffrey, Fit Over 50, and his exercise routines, or even Shay J and her workouts on the yoga mat. It's so easy. All you need to do to catch some of your past episodes is swayreplay.com. That's swayreplay.com. Oh, and I've got some more people interacting with me in the chat right now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it that you love my hair. Thank you, considering it's in its natural state right now, you guys. And then Judy said, I bought an expensive flat iron. It works amazing. Yes, I would say a lot of times the cost is equal to what you get. I always recommend a flat iron that goes to at least 410 degrees because sometimes you really need that heat to be able to flatten the cortex of your hair. I think what makes it shinier too is you have cuticles on the hair shaft, and when you apply heat, it smooths down the cuticles. So each and every hair shaft, as a result, gets smoother and shinier. And I'll show you after what my hair looks like right now versus what it can look like when we apply the heat. So yes, an expensive one that goes to about 410 degrees, I would say is the one to get. Do you use a dry shampoo? Actually, I've not tried a dry shampoo. I would love to try dry shampoos. I have friends of mine that swear by them. I have so much hair. I feel like when I wash my hair and condition it, I deep condition it, it's like a 30-minute ordeal. I don't know about you guys. Please leave some comments in there and let me know. So thank you so much, Judy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. It makes me so happy in the morning. Sarah, thank you so much, Sarah, for following us this morning, and welcome to Sway TV. And for all of you guys out there who haven't already done it, please hit that follow button. We'd love to hear from you here in the comments section. And we also have a Sway podcast. And I don't know if you guys know that or not. You can follow and listen to us at Amazon Music. And whether you're listening to us, if you're watching us live, like right now, like Judy is and Sam is, and so many others, Sarah, you can see us live, or you can also see us on replays at swayreplay.com to catch your great shows, awesome programming, awesome hosts. And of course, don't forget to look in the carousel for terrific items. that all of our hosts have found for you. We found some really neat, interesting items that are going to make your life so much easier, a little bit more fun, I would hope, so early in the morning, you guys. So let me see. Oh, so I've got to have dry shampoo. That's what my friend Gwen said. She swears by dry shampoo, and she said she puts it, and let me know if you guys do this, she puts it along the lines in the scalp, and then she leaves it in for about 15 minutes, correct? And then she said she brushes it out with a brush or a comb, and it soaks up the oil, and it's a great way, a quick way to go in between regular shampooing. Am I right? But I wonder, does it add more texture or volume to your hair? Or do you completely get it all out and it's though it just takes out the oil? I'm really curious because I haven't used it. It's called Niton. Oh, the company that you use. Oh, that's great. Yes, correct. Got it. More volume. That's what I thought. That'd be awesome, I guess, if you're curling your hair because you want more volume, especially around the crown area. That's where, and maybe one day you guys all curl my hair so you can see kind of how to get the volume around the crown, and then you can let these light tousles come all the way down for like just a light, fun, kind of beachy look. A summery look, even though it's winter, right? Yes, in the roots. Because yes, thank you, Sam, because I noticed that when I tease, and we'll do it right here, I take a comb and I back comb, right? To be able to tease for the volume here. Sometimes I find that that can be damaging if you do it over a long period of time. And so I guess you use a dry shampoo and you have more volume because leaving a little bit of texture in, that'd be a good thing. So maybe we'll do a dry shampoo day. Get ready with if you guys want to. Please let me know. Yes, you still got to look fly no matter what, even if you're here early in the morning. And that's, you know, another important thing I think is that once I set myself in the morning, I don't want to have to fuss with everything the rest of the day because we all have things to do and want to look fly all day, and I don't want to sit there and constantly have to look at everything. So that's why I think that the look that we're going to do today with the Revlon two-step is great, one-step, excuse me, because once you set your hair, you kind of can just let it go for the rest of the day. I don't have to worry about it. I'm not constantly worrying if it's falling down or I'm falling apart or whatever by 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's a quick and easy hairstyle. And for those of you that are going to work and that are going to the office and you're not working remotely from home, this is a terrific hairstyle that you could just set at 6 or whatever and go and start your day and have a good time. Oh, awesome. Oh, you're a mommy of 5. Oh my goodness. That's why you chopped your hair off. That makes perfect sense. My girlfriend Lisa did the same thing. She said once she became a mommy, she had beautiful long hair, and she said, I need a practical haircut. And she also told me, since she was a mommy, she was getting on email once a week because she no longer had time to deal with anything else because everything and your whole focus is being a mommy. So tell me about that. I don't know if you guys are doing that or not, but I totally understand that definitely a more practical haircut just for the sake of time. Definitely. Oh, your hair used to be 6. Wow. You're a mom of 6. That is amazing. And your hair used to be longer than mine. So now, now that you're a mommy, do you feel like it's the blunt bob cut? Because I love that too. I love the blunt bob cut. Oh, yes. Yes, quick hair times, just quick everything. I understand that. I've seen these bobs. I know that Kim Kardashian recently had a bob where it was like the old Vidal Sassoon bob, where it was higher in the back and then it was angled in the front. And I thought it was so stylish. Olivia Culpo, she had that haircut too. And it's blunt and it's one length in the front and it comes down. My girlfriend actually thought I should get that cut too because it's so practical and it's so fun. And it really makes you look like you have a super long neck and that you're so fashionable. And it's an easy thing. Yes, your hair is thick. This is what I'm interested in. If your hair is thick and you have a wavy texture like I do, is your shorter hair more wavy because there's less weight that is holding it down? I'm really curious because that's how I keep my hair straighter too, is that I keep the length on it, because if I don't, my hair has a tendency, it can get really frizzy, especially in the summer where it's humid in California if you're by the beach, and then I end up with just a big, a huge mass of hair on my head. Oh, you have a little bit in the back. Oh yeah, all wave, and no, really? I would be curious to see what your hair likes. Your hair looks like, do you use a flat iron in the morning for like 5 or 10 minutes or no? Because I always touch it up with a flat iron every single day. Oh, you wish, you love curls. I do too. And that's actually a good question. I'm curious for you guys out there. Would you rather curl your hair and wear it curly, or would you flat iron it and leave it straight? Because I think both are super fashionable right now. Honestly, I flat iron my hair more just because I know that my hair will stay. But for you guys out there that can hold a curl for longer than a couple of hours, do you curl your hair and then just go? My girlfriend, she said that she curls her hair and then she just refreshes it for a couple of days, and she said her curl will last her a couple of days without product. I find that hard to believe, but I've seen her hair and it's just absolutely gorgeous. She's Hispanic, and so she has that long, really thick, gorgeous curl, and she has these waves, and oh, it's just beautiful. Oh, you purchased the mermaid waver, and you do have the flat iron. I know which one you're talking about. It's kind of like the crimper one, and that's what you use every day, and it's easy. I would love to see it. Oh yeah, and then the dry shampoo. Yeah, the dry shampoo would keep it. I think the more oils that we have on our head, a lot of times, the more, well, first off, ideally, oil on your head is not a bad thing, because you're supposed to take these natural oils, and over the course of time, they're supposed to go down the shaft of the hair. And so the ends of your hair don't look terribly damaged. And I think in our society today, we wash our hair maybe more often than we actually need to, because the oils are good, otherwise your hair can be dry and damaged. But sometimes hair that has too much oil doesn't look right, and it's very hard to style. Although I always say the second or third day, if you don't wash, is probably the best day that you're gonna get a good style, because you don't want your hair to be too dry and too frizzy, because then it's also hard to manage. These are things that guys never have to deal with, right? Is that why? My partner, he has no idea when it comes to hair. I love your hair curly. I wish you'd wear it that way every day. Well, it's difficult. And if he wants to curl my hair, then that's fine. I'll book an appointment with you, and then you can do my hair. And then I'll have curly hair every day, right? Yes, oh, you're Hispanic too. So you know what I'm talking about. She has this beautiful, long, wavy, shiny hair. I would say she's a brunette, and she has highlights. She has a lot of layers in the front too, and maybe that's how she's able to get so much volume in the top of her hair. I don't have as many layers as her, and she was saying I would have to grow into the layers or I would freak myself out. So I got a little bit of layers, and then a little more, and then a little more, until I was used to it. Yes, oil is very good on your hair. Another product that I recommend, there's Indian hair oil that I've gotten in the Indian grocery stores, where a lot of, I guess, East Indian women, they pull the oil through your hair, and it smells wonderful, and then you just braid your hair, and you let it sit for a day or so, and then you wash it out. And then when you do that, your hair is so soft and so shiny. I would just do it on a day when you get to stay home, or a day that you want to wear a braid. You want to sleep in it and then let it out the next morning and wash it, and it's gorgeous. Oh, you're in California too. Where are you? I'm curious. Oh yeah, no lice in the hair. That's good. That's good too. Oh, you had hair past your rear. Yes, me too. Do you remember sitting on your hair? There's many times my hair was so long, it was down past my waist, and I loved it, and it was so much fun to have hair that length. Long hair is a lot of work, yes, it is, and we're gonna actually show you some of that today, just to show you what it takes to maintain long hair, so it's healthy, and it's shiny, and it looks vital. Oh yes, an Indian store. Oh, you're in the Central Valley. Oh, that's funny. That's awesome. Yes, any type of Indian grocery store is where I've gotten hair oil before. And it's basically coconut oil, and then they put some scent in it. And then you just pull the hair through your, pull the oil through your hair. It's important to always get the ends, because this is the area that, you know, if you haven't been able to get a haircut recently, this is where it's going to be dry, right? And I know that now we can go to the salons. I'm actually thinking probably of getting that much cut off, because I don't even think I'll miss it. And this is more dry, so if I get layers, it'll leave this new area down here to be really blunt, and I think it'll just look less frizzy on the whole. What do you think? Yes, dead ends, indeed. And that's another thing that we can talk about for your hair just overall to look good. Depending on how long it is, you can get your hair cut, you know, once a month, every 6 weeks. I would usually go every 2 months and get my hair cut just to shape it up, because you can take the, you know, best care of it and you can style it, but then no matter what, you're going to get these little kind of frayed ends, and it's just going to give you a more sharper look, I think, on the whole, more put together, if you take the time and, you know, get your layers back in or get a blunt cut on the bottom, whatever you choose to do, especially ladies, and especially if you have mid-length to longer hair, because you don't want to look like you have hair that's unkempt or messy, because I always say your hair is your best accessory. The best accessory that you have, no matter what you put on for, you know, jewelry or earrings or necklace or bracelet or whatever, people are going to notice. I think people notice your smile, right? And they notice your hair. So anyways, without further ado, why don't we come over here? Hi there again. And we're going to start flat ironing this hair. So first off, what I'm going to do is I went ahead and washed my hair. It's freshly washed, and there's no product in my hair. And I didn't really even brush it, just so we can start from ground zero. We can start from scratch. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, and I just got a question. My hair can fit in ponytail. Oh, so you have hair that is long enough to pull back. I think that's important too, because what happens if you want to go outside and work in the yard or whatever? Do you pull it back just with a ponytail, or I use headbands all the time too myself? So you guys, what we're going to do is, this is the Revlon one-step hair dryer, as we have spoken about just a minute ago. And so my hair is freshly washed. It's still a little tiny bit damp. And it's really important, I think, to get 100% of the moisture out of your hair before you flat iron it. And the reason why is, I don't know if you flat ironed your hair before and you've heard it's been damp and you've heard a tss. That's you frying your hair. You're totally damaging your hair by doing that. So don't even try. And not to mention also, you won't get the benefits of the flat iron. It's not even going to do its job, and you're damaging your hair. So you want to take out every single bit of moisture in your hair that you've gotten from washing your hair before you flat iron it. So, oh yeah, it can fit into a ponytail and it's in the middle of your back. Okay, so it's mid-length hair. That's great. But for you, I guess because it was down past your bottom, that is probably short hair. I know what you mean, because when I cut my hair and some of it's gone, I'm like, my hair feels so light, doesn't it? It's like, where'd all that weight go? So, okay, let's go ahead and try. So I'm going to turn this on, and you're going to hear it for a moment. So I'm not going to speak for a second or so. I'm just going to show you how I can just pull this through like a brush, and how it also dries your hair. How's that? It's so simple. This is a brush, and you can dry your hair It helps to smooth the hair shaft. And also later on a different day, if we want to do curls, I can show you how this can actually help curl your hair. So this is ideal for travel to me because it's so many implements in one. So it's lightweight. It's not that big. I can just see throwing it into a suitcase and you've got everything right here. So anyways, now what we're going to do is I'm just using my flat iron from home and I'm turning it on. And like I said, you want to ideally, thank you for asking that question, you guys. You want to ideally get a flat iron that is 410 degrees or above. And the reason why is because you need that high intensity heat to be able to properly smooth down the shaft of the hair. And so my flat iron has a temperature gauge. So I usually just let it sit there and I won't touch it until it's time, because if it's at 200 or even 300, I don't believe it's going to be as effective as if I just wait the extra 30 seconds for it to go all the way up to the top. So in the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a regular comb, and what I do is I section off a very small piece. My hair is super thick, and maybe you guys have different textured hair. Let me know what texture hair you have, because if you have thick and coarse hair, like I'm Asian, I've got thicker hair. Maybe if you're Hispanic or African American, also you have thicker hair. Native American, you might have thicker hair too. Then I feel like you need to take a smaller piece rather than a big piece. And it may take longer, but to produce the effect that you want of smooth and shiny, silky hair, I really think you need to just take your time and go with small sections. And what we're going to do is piece by piece, we're slowly going to take the flat iron and go all the way down to the end of the hair. And I'll show you right now. This is about a 410 degrees. So I start up at the top, and then I simply work my way all the way down. And what I think is important is you don't want to leave it too long because you could literally burn your hair. But I repeat it quite often, a couple of times. And then we're going to go back at the end and do what I consider like a touch-up. So I'm just going to get another piece where I touch up the crown of my head, because that's where most people are going to see if you have frizzies or if it doesn't look as smooth and shiny as you want it to. So see, I'm just taking another piece right now and smoothing all the way down the shaft of the hair, thereby making the cuticle smooth. And when you make the cuticle smooth, it makes the hair straight for one, and also it makes it really silky and shiny. Now, how many of you guys have cowlicks? Is anybody over there? I know, somebody, it will take forever. This takes forever. And that's why I say, well, I get up early every morning anyways, and I don't have children, and that's probably how I can do this, because if I had kids, this would be impossible. But I flat iron, and I start at the crown, and then I'm going to work my way down. But you know, if you don't wash your hair every day, which depending on what you're doing, I don't know if it's necessary or not, then the next day it makes it so much easier. And I always think that you actually get a better hairstyle the second day and the second go around compared to the first time that you are taking your time to laboriously do this. So actually, I kind of get used to it, and it's not a big deal to me anymore. I think it's really important to start way at the base of the shaft of the hair. Because if you do not get the base right here, your hair is still going to look a little frizzy. You've got to really start from the top and go all the way down. And then when we refresh it, I usually don't do the bottom. I just refresh the crown of the hair. So here we go. Does anybody, oh, do I speak Tagalog? No, I don't speak Tagalog, but I can say a few things. Well, I know in Korean I can say 안녕하세요. If anybody's Korean out there, let me know. Konnichiwa, watashi wa Candice kita desu, Japanese. Bonjour, je m'appelle Candice. Comment ça va pour aujourd'hui? French. Comment estás? Sei stanco? Cosa ha fatto l'altra sera? It's Italian. Are you guys tired this morning? That's what I was saying. Terima kasih. That's bahasa from Indonesia. Oh, okay. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Hello. The only language I can fluently speak is, or pretty much converse at least, is American Sign Language, which I can't do right now because I got my hands full, right? Oh, thank you, thank you. I love doing my hair. I love doing my hair. It's kind of like your own time, right? When I know you've got 6 children, but if you have a moment for yourself in the morning, or do you just get up super early, or do you stay up late past when they go to sleep at night? I'm kind of curious because I think everybody has to have a little bit of, you've got the mom time, but a little bit of me time, right? I think that's always important. I always try to find some kind of time of me time. Usually after my partner goes to sleep, I read the news. I don't know if that's me time or not, or my obsession with politics. I have no idea. What languages do you speak? You speak other languages? Tagalog? Oh, just started having me time. Good. Are you doing me time in the morning, or are you doing me time in the evenings? Or, because I mean, are your children being homeschooled right now, or are they actually going to class? I know some places in California, most places are not going in person, right? Everybody's going remotely, is what I think. Oh, Chinese! Ni hao ma. How are you? I forgot Chinese. Thank you for reminding me. That's funny. Morning and night. That's great. So you must be getting up like at 5 o'clock in the morning to be able to do that. And how much me time are we talking about? Sometimes I think even 15 minutes is important. 15 minutes is really good if you are able to have a little bit of quiet time. A lot of time, my me time is in the car, and I don't listen to music, I don't make phone calls, and I sit in the quiet on the 405 highway, and I enjoy it. Just being by yourself and having your own thoughts. And I try to think of all the things that I'm thankful for that day. No matter what, I try to think, okay, I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for that. And like I said, you always kind of have to choose. Somebody told me happiness is a choice. And sometimes it's not. It's a challenging choice, right? And so I try to do that in the car, no matter what. So now already half of my head is done. That's not that bad. So I'll put that side down, and then I'm just going to continue on this side right here. Ah, that's awesome. Yes, my time with you as well. Hopefully just as peaceful. Thank you. Thank you so much for spending this time in the morning, because we're both up early, right? And we can just chat back and forth. I'm very curious. Where in Central California? I love, what is it? Paso. There's Paso Robles and Templeton. And both of those places were so beautiful. I went up there a couple of times. Oh, yes, I'm trying to be fast. You know, I have flat ironed my hair for years. And so I've kind of gotten it into a knack. It's actually harder for me to curl my hair. And I'm curious with you guys, is it harder to curl your hair than it is to flat iron, or vice versa? Because I've heard both. And a lot of people, they don't know what to do with the flat iron. And for me, sometimes with the curler, it's just that my arms get tired because I have so much hair that I have to take breaks literally in the middle. Or you know how that is when you just start sweating because you've used so much? It's probably a good workout. Oh, your first kiddo starts class at 9. Yeah, curling is higher. No, curling is harder. That's what I think too. And if you have long hair, curling is harder because it just takes longer if you use a wand. Do you use the wand, or do you use Curlers, because I know a lot of people no longer use curlers. I find it easier, but you get a softer curl. And when you use a wand, you get a much more defined curl. You know, and then you can just pin it with pin curls and just go around your whole head. And then when you spray and then you release them, you have just gorgeous, gorgeous curls. No curlers, I know. Hey, you're an 80s baby. That's awesome. Me too. 80s music is my absolute favorite music. All those people that have passed on, like Michael Jackson, George Michaels, Prince, David Bowie, Tom Petty, and now Eddie Van Halen. I mean, I just can't even believe it. It's so crazy. Aha, what was one of your favorite bands? I'm just curious. If you guys love 80s music, I don't know how we got off on this topic, but now I'm curious. What are some of your favorite bands from the 80s? Aha, party, I know, it's a big party in California. Except for the current situation, there's no party in California. But that's okay. So now what I'm doing is I'm just making my way around my head, slowly taking pieces of my hair. And remember, I'm going to put my head down so you can see. Take the wand and go all the way to where the hair meets your scalp and pull it all the way forward. Oh, I know, Whitney was amazing. I've actually met MC Hammer, believe it or not. He was very nice. I met him when I was doing a job in Las Vegas for the Disney Channel. It was a revamp of Dance Fever. Remember the old Dance Fever with Danny Terrio? So the Disney Channel bought it, and they did a new Dance Fever with Carmen Electra, and we shot it for a couple of weeks in the MGM Grand, and one of the judges was MC Hammer. So he was very nice. And another judge was Carrie from Dancing with the Stars. I can't remember her last name. And Carmen Electra and some guy from MTV whom I don't know. And I can't remember his name. Eric something, if you guys know. Eric, is that his name? Gosh, it's been a long time. Oh, yeah. Oh, Boys to Men. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I want to see that new Whitney documentary. Whitney, Just Want to Be Me. Have you guys seen it? If you have, let me know. I'm so curious. I loved her in The Bodyguard. She had such a beautiful smile. Okay, how 80s is this? Do you remember Whitney as, before she was famous, she was a model in 17 magazine. Do you remember that? And she was only known as Whitney. She was not Whitney Houston at the time. And it was her and Pam Gidley, and they would be all over on the beach, exercising on the beach, and she had short hair. She didn't have any of her Whitney wigs at the time. She was so beautiful. I know, me too. Whitney was so talented, so talented. So now what I've done is I've gone all the way around my hair, and I started, remember, anybody can start, I start on my right side and I work my way around to the left. You can start and do vice versa. But remember, just take your comb and really start with small segments. And then now what I'm going to do is I've gone through once, so I have a tendency, I'll look at my hair, and then I'll see where I need to touch it up. Like for me right now, I'm looking at it, I can see right here, it's a little bit of frizzy still. So what I'm going to do is, this is the crown of my hair. So I'm just going to go in really quick, and I'm going to just touch up the crown one more time with the hair implement. And it just takes a second because most of my hair is already done. And then at the very end, I have cowlicks. I don't know if you guys do too. And mine are right here and right here. So what I do is, after I do the crown, I'll just go one more time and apply the heat there, just to make sure that over the course of the day, that doesn't, my cowlicks don't show up again. They're great for when you have curly hair, but when you want a straight look, I do this. Oh, you met Whoopi Goldberg at Disneyland. Oh, that's so cool. Are you a Disney fanatic? I'm such a Disney fanatic. I've got a belly ring of Mickey Mouse. That's how crazy I am for Disneyland. It's my number one probably hobby or something. Okay, so now I'm just going here. This is where the cowlick is, here and here. So the front area I'm going to double smooth down just so I have the longevity throughout the day. And then from here down, I'll take big chunks because I've already used the hair straightener using very small pieces. And I'm just going to take the whole piece. And sometimes I do this, and for extra pressure, I push down with my other hand. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Yes, me too, cowlicks. Oh, you love Disneyland. I love it. Oh, I'm sure your kids love it. I heard this morning on the news what they're doing is they're trying to figure out a new way to handle the year pass, because I know that they don't have year passes anymore. And so they're asking some members, they're sending emails asking what would be an alternative that would be viable for you, that you would be happy with regarding the year pass, because of the current situation, people haven't been able to go. And I actually saw today that they don't anticipate people being able to go to Disneyland until spring or summer of this year, and possibly later. So I guess they're just trying, like everybody else, you know, to figure everything out in this situation and what we're doing. It's a day-by-day thing, right? That's all you can go, is day by day. So I try not to think that far in advance, but I would love to go see the new ride at Star Wars Land, Rise of the Resistance. What about you guys? Have you been to Star Wars Land? Oh, Minnie Mouse is my daughter's room, but in hot pink and black. That's so cute. Yeah. You know, that's what they always say. That is true. That is true no matter what. And that's why we have to take this day one day at a time, and to know that everything is going to be okay no matter what. No matter what, I think that, you know, it's not in our hands. And that is very, very true. Let me know, what is your favorite ride? If you guys are interested in Star Wars Land or Disneyland on the whole. I heard that, this is interesting. I don't know how we got on this tangent too, but because we're here, I heard that the submarine ride, the Nemo's ride, is going to, it may not come back in the form that it is now, because obviously we're in a submarine and there's not enough ventilation. So they said that's one ride that they're going to either have to do something else with, or they're going to have to kind of reconfigure that ride. And then I also know yesterday, I'm such a Disney nerd, they are reconfiguring the Jungle Book ride to make it more politically correct. Since Disneyland is down, they're going to change some of the natives in the ride, and I think that's a good idea, right? Because I know that they had changed Pirates of the Caribbean. It went dark for 1 year, and they made it more politically correct. Because Pirates of the Caribbean, I think it launched in 1967. So I think a lot has changed since 1967, and the way we perceive social mores, and the way we perceive relationships. And so I'm glad that they made the change in there. And it's a good time now, since Disneyland is closed, for them to tweak some of the rides if need be, right? So I know. Oh, haven't been at Disneyland for a while. Way before California theme park came. Oh, that's a while back. Yeah, California Adventure, I think, has been there close to 1997. So it's been there over a little bit over 20 years. So a lot has changed in 20 years. I don't know if you know, but the California Adventure theme park now sits on what used to be the pre-existing Disneyland parking lot. So they moved the Disneyland parking lot to a big structured parking lot now, which is called Lion King. And then the entire parking lot that you used to go to, because you're an 80s kid, so you remember, that parking lot is now California Adventures. And if you haven't had a chance to go, when it does open up, it's such a neat experience. You just got to go and take your kids and go. Okay, you guys, so now my hair is completely flat ironed, and so it's got a lot more shine. What I like to do now is I used a comb to section off the pieces. I used a wide brush to be able to just basically brush through my hair. Now I'm taking a more fine tooth brush, and this brush is going to smooth my hair. Oh, yes, way before Whoopi became an employee on The View. Ah, that's funny. That's really funny. So anyways, you take this brush and you just want to brush through your hair, and because it's fine tooth, it's going to smooth the shaft of the hair down even further, so you're not going to have as many flyaways. Now don't judge me, because I've got a lot of flyaways. No matter what, I don't know what it is. And a lot of times I apply kind of a molding wax onto my hair, and that will smooth the flyaways away. A lot of times I don't, and I think it's fine. So now what have I done is I've applied this brush, and I brushed it all the way through, especially at the top where the crown is, where I think I have a lot of frizzies. And now I'm just going to take a shine fluid, any type of shine fluid, and I only do a couple of dollops of this shine fluid. It's not a lot. This one for some reason is not opening up right now. I'll just get some out. So I get just like I want to say a dime size amount of shine fluid, not a lot, because it can make your hair look greasy. And I think that the key to this is I rub it through my hands first, and then I've got it all over my hands, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. So, oh, have I been to Legoland? No, I haven't. That's in San Diego. Have you guys been to Legoland? Oh, you've been to Legoland once. Is this true? Because my friends told me this, that there's no shade in Legoland. And the problem in the summer is they didn't fully think about that, and it's super, super hot, and you got to wear a hat. I don't know Legoland. This is what I've been told. So you want to start at the bottom and work your way up. And the reason why is if you start at the top and you've got a lot of product on your hair, if you get too much on there's a fine line. If you get too much on the top and the crown on your hair, up here, your hair is going to look greasy and it's going to look dirty, thereby defeating everything that you've just done, which is washing it and drying it and flat ironing it and, you know, it's a lot. So anyway, so I just start at the bottom, and as you can see here, I'm just very carefully working through the crown of my hair and then pulling it down from, I would say, the shoulder down. I can go ahead and fully put on the product with my palms, and you can see how I'm doing that right here, really working it in, and especially the ends, because my ends right now are dry. Haven't had my hair cut like many of you probably in the past couple of months. Normally I feel like I would take that much off, but due to the current situation, we haven't been able to. So the best I feel like I can do now, because I'm afraid to cut it myself, you guys, is I take the product, I run it through the hair, and this makes it smooth and shiny at the ends, so I don't look like I have split ends. There we go. Oh, same time you met Whoopi Goldberg. Oh, that's so funny. You met her at Disneyland? I hear she's a huge Disney fanatic too, and I've heard her talk about her love of Disneyland. So now I have the product in my hair, and I'm going to use the fine toothbrush again, and all I'm going to do is work the product into my hair using the fine toothbrush, especially on the scalp and towards the ends. So you can see here what it looks like ultimately. And then I'll go on this side too. There, so it was not hard, and now I have great hair to start the day. I'm so excited. You know, but now as we're here, speaking of the current lockdown, I have felt that because I have never used so much in my entire life, and let me let me know if you guys feel this way too. I've never washed my hands as much as I've washed my hands, and I have never used as much alcohol spray in my entire life because of just having to, anytime I go somewhere, if I go to the grocery store, I come back, I sit in the car, and I spray my hands. And then if I go someplace else and I pump the gas, I come in and I spray my hands. So as a result, I feel like my hands have gotten so dry like never before, never before. So what I've been trying to do is I've been putting on more lotion, more creams. Let me know if this is the case. Oh, I just want to hear about Whoopi. Hold on. It was so cool because I ran into her and said, hey, Whoop, my mom loves you. So she was surrounded with so many of her security, and she took pics with us only because my mom is a foster mom. Oh, and cares for disabled clients. That's so wonderful. She had no eyebrows, none at all. And, oh, wait, Whoopi was born with no eyebrows, or your mom was born with no eyebrows? That's a good question. Who was born with no eyebrows? While you're answering that question, I'll go back to what I was saying about lotion. So what I've been using is this Bogavia Pure and Fresh Firming Body Serum. This is a light lotion. This is not a heavy cream. So what's nice about it is if I'm putting on lotion a gajillion times a day, like I don't know about you guys, but that's what I've been doing, I can use this. I'll show you. It's very light. And what I like to do is I just put it on my arms. I can show you here. And I put it on my hands. Especially in the car, I don't want something so greasy that I feel like I'm going to slide off the steering wheel. Oh, Whoopi has no eyebrows. Whoopi has no eyebrows? You guys, I didn't know that. She was never born with eyebrows. How interesting. Wow. Like, oh my gosh, you and my cousin have something in common. That is so funny, a lack of eyebrows. Well, as much of hair as I have on my head, I barely have eyebrows too. And maybe what would be cool, or eyelashes. You know, I always say without false eyelashes, it's me and my 5 eyelashes can greet you. Maybe that's another beauty thing that we can do later, is to show how you can draw on thicker brows if you so desire. If you don't want thicker brows, that's fine too. And also how to apply lashes for those of you who might want a thicker lash look. Because so many ladies out there, let me know, because so many people say, I love the look of a false eyelash, but they intimidate me. And I'm scared to use them, and I don't know how to apply them. And I've had so many people tell me this, that maybe, you know what, that's a good idea. We should do that. Go back and look at our movies. Oh, and your cousin is Hispanic, but she shaves hers off. Oh, to draw the higher arch, right? Because I know that sometimes you want the thinner, higher arch so you can shave your brows and draw over where that is. Actually, a long time ago, in the 90s, I want to say it was like 1998, I met Whoopi Goldberg as well, and she was so nice. I was somehow became a contestant on Hollywood Squares. Don't even ask me how. And I got on Hollywood Squares, and I didn't win anything, but I had a wonderful experience. And they said that we're not supposed to talk to the people in the squares, but Whoopi behind scenes off stage talked to me. And was such a nice person. So I remember that very well, and I was so thankful. And I didn't win anything, but I still had a good time. I'm not good at game playing. She never used falsies. Yes, draw-ons. Yes. Oh, that's so awesome. That's really cool. That's so neat to know. So yeah, a lot of people draw on their eyebrows. I know people that have gotten their eyebrows tattooed. I don't know how natural that looks. If anybody out there has had tattooed eyebrows, you know, please let me know. I would be curious about them. I heard that it's gotten better as time has gone on, but I always think that sometimes they don't look real. They don't look, I'd rather wash it off at the end of the day. That's just me. So now, anyways, what I do is I take the Bogavia Pure and Fresh Elasticity Body Oil. So I've got this body lotion, and this oil is also very, very light and fresh because it's made out of pomegranate oil. So you can see it right here. I'm putting it on my hands. And I know a lot of people don't like body oil because they're like, oh, it's so greasy, it doesn't soak into my skin. I feel like I'm, you know, covered in Wesson oil. And you know, this oil is not that way at all. It's so light, and I feel like it soaks immediately into my skin within seconds, but it leaves a little bit of a sheen, which is what I like, because it gives a healthy glow, especially in the middle of winter now, when obviously we're not out in the sun. There is no sun. It's supposed to rain the entire rest of the week in Los Angeles. What about where you guys are? Oh, you've never worn fake eyelashes. Yeah, so I'm saying is a lot of people have not, and I think people are scared to use them, but you know, they're really easy. They're simple to use, and people are so afraid, like my eyelashes are gonna get stuck to the fake lash, and I'm gonna pull all my eyelashes out. I've heard every story under the sun, but it's not that way. So, you know, maybe we could do that, definitely. Yeah, this is like a glow. And this is what this oil does. And I feel like also right here, especially, this is where the alcohol seems to set for me, and my skin is becoming incredibly dry. So I might take a heavier moisturizer. This is by Hemp's. I think you guys have seen this. It's everywhere. You can buy it in every drugstore, just about. There's different varieties. I love this. This one is fresh coconut and watermelon. This is a thicker, creamier lotion, but it also soaks right into the skin as well. And so it gets rid of the dry patches. And if you have, you know, excessive dry skin like I do now, I guess just because I have dry skin anyways, and then you put, you know, washing your hands 15, 20 times a day, then of course, you know, you're going to get drier skin. And that's what I think is so funny. Before we put this on, remember a long time ago when somebody said somebody washes their hands like 20 or 30 times a day? You're like, that person has OCD, something's wrong. And now it's not obsessive compulsive disorder. Now it's just the current situation. And that's what everybody does, right? So that's how dry our skin is getting. So anyways, I like to take this Hemp's lotion, and as you can see, this is a lot thicker, richer, creamier. It's upside down. It's not coming off. Yes, hemp smells amazing. Yeah, oh my gosh, this smells like watermelon. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so then you just take this, and I'll do it right here, right there in this area. I'm going to put some more on my hands. This is where you would want to put this heavy, heavy, thick lotion, because this is what really makes it soak into your hand. Now, this is a thicker lotion. It does soak in, but I give it a little bit more time if I'm driving. I wouldn't grab the steering wheel right away, but I just like to work it into my hands. And also, I take it all the way down to my elbows, because, you know, your elbows, I'll put my elbow up there. Your elbow can be dry, too. Elbows and knees, these kind of things is perfect for. And also, I don't know if you ever, you know, go out there in the sun and get a tan. I always like to use a heavier lotion like Hemp's to be able to combat the sun, because the sun can be damaging, as you know, but it's also good to get vitamin D too, so it's a little bit of both. So, and if you guys are just joining us, I'm Candice Kita, and I'm here on Sway TV. Good morning, Amazon, how are you? We're coming to you live, so please, I've been having such a wonderful time chatting in the chat section. Oh yes, Cetaphil. Cetaphil is great. It's non-comedogenic. It doesn't clog your skin. It's great for kids. There's no scent. There's nothing added in it. Cetaphil is wonderful, and also the Cetaphil cleanser is really good for your face as well, and it leaves no residue. Oh, I highly recommend that product. Yes, heels. That's another perfect place. Yes, for tans and heels. I didn't think about that. This is a thick enough product that if you want to put this on your feet at night, and then if you want to put socks on or something, this would really help. I'll just, because you can see how thick it is. So it's perfect for extra, extra dry, cracked skin, such as the heel area, your elbows, your knees, just all the places that you need to give love to, right? Even I would say sometimes around the cuticle area, I do this, and I just rub it into my cuticle. Yes, I love my tans too. And you know, I love spray tans. I hate to say it. this is the first year because of the situation. I used to go about once a week on the weekend to get a spray tan. So I never knew how non-tan I was. Now this is the first year where I see myself, and you know, I don't know about you guys, but my partner was like, wow, you're so pale. And we've never seen me without a tan, so we didn't even know. And so I was like, gosh, I'm like so white. I don't know what to do because no place to get a tan. It's December and spray tan places were not open. So, you know, once a day, we just have to make do. And we can also see things that are really not important, right? Because I used to get my nails done and I don't do that. And it's not important and it doesn't matter. What about you guys too? Hi, Beth. You're watching for the Philippines. How are you? You know, we were just talking about Tagalog. So maybe can you say something in Tagalog because we didn't know. We were thinking of all the languages that we knew. And so good morning in Tagalog perhaps. What spray tan would you recommend on Amazon? Let me think of which ones that I was using. The Mystic is really good, and that's the one that I use, but I go someplace to get Mystic. There's a couple of other brands. What is the one that I've been using? I think it's the Hollywood brand. Go and check and see that one because that one is a spray mister that you can take at home. I think for me, I like the ones that are in a cream form, and Banana Boat, which is in a cream form, deep dark tan, which you can get, it's a tube. That one really works. That one though, it will give you the brownest tan. It doesn't look orange, but I would say in the corners right here for Banana Boat deep dark tan, you want to go like this and really rub it in, or girl, you're gonna get a line and you're gonna have to cover it with a watch or a bracelet or something. But that's one you can get on Amazon. I think you can also find it in stores, but it would be more like a drugstore, and it's reasonably priced. Neutrogena is another one, but the Neutrogena is a spray. It's a micro mist spray, and the Neutrogena spray is not going to give you the same deep tan as Banana Boat. So it depends. If you want a light one, so it doesn't look like you got a spray tan, I'd recommend Neutrogena. It's a lighter tan, and because it's a micro mist, you're not going to have the potential problem with lines unless you really know how to rub it in. Oh, because God forbid you forget. Because then, boy, you're going to be looking like a zebra the next day. So, yes, I always purchase here on Amazon. I do too. It's funny, since the current situation, I've been purchasing everything. And I used to get hair dye down the street, and I would go to not a drugstore, I would go to a beauty supply store, and they haven't been open for a year. So now I've just been I learned to get all my hair products using Prime. I don't know if you guys are using the free Prime delivery, so I wasn't paying for shipping. And now I don't know if I'm going to go back. I mean, I get everything on Amazon. I'm happy with it. It gets delivered to my door. It's less times where you guys have to go outside. I think it's kind of better right now to get things delivered to the house. And we're not paying for shipping. So, I mean, now, even after the current situation, I'm going to continue for sure doing that. I'm more J-Lo color. Oh, zebra. Do you shop at Walmart and Target? You know, on occasion if I'm out. But this is the thing, I've really, since the beginning of the year, I don't know about you guys. I mean, I know you're in Central California, but for you guys in the other parts of the world, I've really been making a point to listen to what, at least in California, our governor is saying, and what the mayor is saying in Los Angeles, where we're broadcasting from right now, to err on the side of caution. So if I'm going out, I try to, and ask me if this is what you guys are doing too, I try to lump all my chores in one time. And so a lot of my shopping is Amazon because I'm just not going out like I used to. So, oh yeah. That's funny. Hey, Jeff Bezos, take my $12.99 monthly for Prime. That's funny, yes. But I love Prime, and I get so much stuff off of Prime, so I'm really excited about it. So are other people coming from other parts of the world? I'd love to hear from you. I know that right now Beth is coming from the Philippines, and I know that some is coming from Central California. I'm in Los Angeles, California, and it's a beautiful morning, and we're coming to you live on Sway TV. So if you want to leave questions in the comment section or comments or something that you'd like to see next, please let us know. We'd love to hear from you, and let me know, how are you today? What are you doing this morning? Here in California, it's funny, it was so sunny. And last week it was 92 degrees. I know it's crazy, but that's sunny California for you. And today and tomorrow and the next day it's supposed to rain. And we're coming to you live from the Sway TV house here in LA. And if I was outside, I'd let you guys see, but we have a beautiful view of Malibu, and we can see the coast, Santa Monica, coming down into the mountains. We can look down over the canyon. So next time I'm here outside with you guys, I'll take a little mini cam and let you see a little bit of the Sway TV house, because I know many people have been asking us questions recently. Oh, it's raining now. Yeah, I know. Rain, I feel the same way. This is the thing. I don't like rain too much either, because we can't do anything. But the alternative is, especially in California, we get droughts. Right? So it's good to have the rain now when we're supposed to have the rain. And then, what did they say? April showers bring May flowers. And then April showers bring no drought in August, when we have to conserve water. So I think it's a good thing to have rain. Everything, all the seasons, they're there for a reason. I think it's good just to appreciate each day. And if you have just joined us, I'm Candice Kita, coming to you live here at Sway TV. And if you haven't done so already, you guys, please hit that follow button. Hit that follow button and follow us here at Sway TV for great programming, great hosts. And, say you missed a show. Say you missed yesterday and you really just wanted to catch up and see what Shay J was doing with her exercise routines. Because I don't know if you guys follow her too, because you can see great yoga, Pilates, strength training. Anyways, if you want to see her, it's easy. You can see her past episodes on swayreplay.com. That's swayreplay.com. You can catch all your favorite hosts, all your favorite shows, and no matter what, don't forget to check out the carousel for all these wonderful new items and new products that the hosts have found that are seriously just going to make your life easier, more fun. And I always think it's important to try new things, especially when it comes to hair and makeup. Because ladies, I know I get stuck in a rut, and I get stuck in the 80s or whatever. And they always say it's important not to get stuck in the makeup and hair of your heyday, right? Leave me a comment and let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that, because if you don't try new things, then a lot of times I think you end up looking like you are back in 1987. And some of the hairstyles and some of the makeup looks don't translate now, I think, into 2021. And you can actually look older by dating yourself. And I see so many ladies doing this. I see them in the grocery stores, and I'm like, oh, her day was 1987, girl, because she has not changed her hair. And I get it. I totally get it. So like I said, today, all we're doing is we're flat ironing hair, which is very, very simple. I think it's a lot easier than curling hair, and I know some of you ladies in the chat have been telling me the same thing. Does Sway play on a radio station? That's a good question. Actually, we have a Sway TV podcast, and you can find it on Amazon Music. So you can listen to us as well. So whether you're listening to us, if you're catching the replays on swayreplay.com, or you're watching us live right now, which I know you're watching us live right now, don't forget to check out that carousel for great new items. Like I said, I think it's really important to challenge ourselves, especially at the new year, especially in January, where we're at now, where you can try these new items. If you get an item and you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. And if you find a new item and you're like, oh, that really works, that under eye concealer really works, well then you've bettered your life in an increment, right? and then you get another increment and another increment, and then you're just moving forward in the right direction no matter what. So what we're doing today is we're just flat ironing hair, which is a lot easier than curling. And what I like to do is I like to take a corner, a section of my hair, and I start. And I simply go down all the way down the shaft of the hair, starting up at the crown. So I'm going to show you right here. Now I think it's important to always keep the implement moving for the simple reason is you don't want to burn your hair. Oh, okay, love new products, new beverages. Yes, really, it's so important. You know, there's so many new things that I find on Amazon all the time, even in the carousel of some of the other hosts. And I find, you know, I always think, I drink water and it's kind of boring. So I have found some new beverages that I like, and also coconut water drops that you can find on Amazon, which add, you've got hydration with your water, but they add a flavor, and that was something that I really loved that I never even knew about. So you're just pulling the hair very carefully down, not leaving it too long, but I apply a good amount of pressure. And the reason is, I think if you're too light-handed, you don't get the full effect that you want, and your hair can still be a little bit frizzy. My home is so farmhouse and boho. Oh, yes. You know, I love farmhouse. I love boho chic too, and I like shabby chic. Shabby chic, you know, I found out about shabby chic in the 90s. I still have some implements of shabby chic in my house, but I love bohemian, and to me it's kind of counterculture. I have a lot of pieces from Indonesia, from Bali, and Jakarta, and that I was able to get that are kind of boho. And then, you know, the couple, Magnolia, the Magnolia couple, they have a place that's so farmhouse in Waco, Texas. Oh my gosh, I love their stuff. It's so clean and bright. Do you know who I'm talking about? I love Lemon Water by Nestle. Oh, that sounds great. Yes, minimalist. I like minimalist too. Minimalist is, to me, I like to have a clean house with not too much stuff. It helps me think. And to have those high 14-foot ceilings in minimalist houses with very little, but everything has a reason for being, and they're functional and important, I think that's great. So anyways, here we are. So I'm starting at the crown of the hair and I'm pulling all the way straight through. Now, I can do this a couple times if you need to touch up throughout the day, but if you do a good job at the beginning of the day, I don't really think you need to touch up like you think you do. And this flat hair can last all day, and it can be sleek and shiny, and it's with little effort. Once I do this, I'm ready to go. Go 12 hours, have no problem. Yes. The Magnolia. And I love what the Magnolia does too. Joanna Gaines does a lot with, because you said you love white, Joanna Gaines does a lot with white and black, which I love, and she uses the negative space and the negative coloring in as much as she does the white and the minimalist amount of color that she does use. Everything is so clean. Have you seen the Magnolia 1 and the Magnolia 2 cookbooks? They're also available on Amazon. I got them both on Amazon, and I love them because they have the Magnolia restaurant too. And the Magnolia restaurant has a lot of history. It used to be called the Elite Restaurant in the 80s and the 90s. And in the area that they're in Waco, this was a hub for so many people that are in the town. So when they took over the Elite Restaurant, the Elite Cafe, they knew what they were doing, because this is a place that's already been established within the community. And then right across the street is the Magnolia. So what you do is you go and make your reservation at the Magnolia Cafe, because you have to, because it's always busy, first thing in the morning, and then you tootle over across the highway and you spend, you know, a couple hours shopping at the Magnolia, going to the Magnolia Bakery for amazing Magnolia cupcakes, and then you go back, and of course, all the photo ops you can imagine, and you go back from the silos to what used to be the Elite Cafe, and then have all that great home cooking. Oh my goodness, biscuits and gravy. Good grief. Oh, you got Nikki Boyd's book. She's a professional organizer. I don't know her book. What, did you get it on Amazon? I'll get it. I'm not joking. Because I love organization. Do you like Marie Kondo? Marie Kondo was great too. She really puts a philosophy behind her concepts and her ideas of organization and how you should really hold on to items that bring you joy, and things that you don't need and things you haven't seen, just simply discard, because it's going to give you more mind space to be able to fully enjoy your surroundings and your environment around you. It's very Eastern thought of the way things should be. My grandmother, I remember, she used to always keep such a tidy house that she said that people used to say you could always eat off the floor. Her house was so tidy. But that's kind of her concept too. The Asian Eastern philosophy of, getting rid of clutter and just simply things we don't need. It's very good, and it's cathartic. Oh, amazing. Yes, Nikki Boyd on Amazon. KonMari. Oh, yes. Marie Kondo style. Oh, you do the Marie Kondo style drawers in your room. Okay, so I know Marie Kondo said that it's important when you're cleaning out your closet or your drawers. Did you do this where you took everything out, and then put everything back in? It's not a question of organizing within a parameter or something that's already there. You have to start fresh. So did you pull everything out and put it on the bed? Because I saw an episode and this lady had like 100-something items piled up on the bed, hundreds of pounds of stuff she didn't need. It's very small in Japan, their homes, yes. Everything is much more, I would say, pared down, functional, clean, not too big. I think when they come to America, they're just shocked at some of the places. Like their closets are bigger than where a lot of people in Japan live, So I'm just going around my head, and so it's so easy. Just taking small pieces of hair rather than large chunks, starting at the root base of your scalp, and then gently taking the implement, and you just want to pull all the way down to the bottom. It's really important to get those ends, because if you don't, you're going to look like you have frizzy ends. And it's really important to be able to make the full length of your hair, especially if you have long hair, to be very, very smooth, shiny, touchable, soft, silky. That's how Marie came to use the KonMari style from living in Japan. Yes, that makes perfect sense, because you just don't have a lot of room in comparison to America. I think it's just two different worlds, isn't it? The East and the West. But I think that both can learn from the other, right? So now here I am at the top, and I'm brushing my hair. I selected a piece that will fit easily into the hair straightener, and I'm just going to pull the hair all the way down. No rush. And then once I'm done with that piece, to delineate it from the pieces that need to be done, I push it, as you can see, back, and then the hair that needs to be done is here in the front. Here we go. Now do Marie home, Con style Marie, yes. Now I have to organize my closets. I don't know, that is a New Year's intention or New Year's resolution that I need to do, because I can't find anything. And I know if you just kind of keep pushing stuff in there, there's shirts I forgot that I had. What about you guys? There's stuff in my closet I can't even remember. I am shocked that I had it. I had a Baby Yoda sweater for Christmas from last year with the Baby Yoda on it, sitting in a Christmas stocking, and I found it, and I said, oh, I've got a Baby Yoda sweatshirt. I didn't even know. Okay. So here we are. Here we go. I know Marie Kondo, she doesn't judge, and I think that people, you're very vulnerable when you're pulling everything out of your closet and letting a complete stranger go in there, see it, and then help you reorganize. And I think it's very I've seen some of the guests and they actually look very stressed about it. So it's neat that she really goes in with no judgment and just really has the air of wanting to help. And you can see that. And she is so cute and she is so bubbly. And I wish there were more of Marie Kondo's out there because she has such a innocence to her and a sincere desire to help, you know. So here we are pulling all the way down. Organizational declutter, my passion. It does not look like my home has any kids. Wow. I don't like clutter or mess either. My partner, he always says that he can't function in clutter or mess, and he can't concentrate and think because he's otherwise preoccupied mentally with the clutter and mess. So when everything is organized, he emotionally feels better. And is that the way you guys feel too? That you can think more clearly, you can focus on the tasks at hand? I'm that way because then I'm thinking right now, gosh, I need to do the closets. Seriously. So here we are, and I'm just really focusing in on the front here because I think the front and the crown is where the hair really needs to be smooth because these pieces of hair are going to sit on top of the rest of the hair. So I think even if you need a real quick fix on a break at lunch or something and you want to plug in your implement to be able to just touch up the front, which are these pieces here, or the crown, which are these pieces here that are going to lay over all of this other hair. Because if you can get that, then you'll have smooth hair. So okay, I'm just going to get this last piece right here. And I'm going to pull the hair down. Really, you can see how smooth it is. And once again, I recommend you can get a flat iron, a great flat iron on Amazon and have it delivered to you. I can recommend one that goes at least to 410 degrees because what it does is that has the power to be able to smooth even the toughest hair. And I would consider my hair some of the toughest hair because it's very wiry. It's got a mind of its own. It's super thick. Each shaft of the hair is very thick. And like thinner hair might be a little bit easier, but my hair really takes a lot of heat to be able to manipulate and move the way I need it to move or desire it to move at the time. So now I just brush it with a white toothbrush. And remember, I separated with just a regular comb. And then I'm taking a brush that is more finer toothed. And so this is a way that I can actually smooth down the shaft of my hair here. Oh, you should see my pantry. Label all airtight containers. And you feel like I'm really done with all these labeling. Oh, it does, doesn't it? I love labels. Like, where did you get them? On Amazon? Because I know you can find labels and then you just write with, do you write with a Sharpie or do you print them out on the computer? So here, so I'm just smoothing out my hair. And then, like I said, all I do is I take a little bit of shine fluid and this is a laminate. I put just a little bit, not too much, because if you go overboard with shine fluid one time on freshly washed hair on the crown, your hair can look greasy and dirty like you didn't wash it. And that's actually the opposite. It's freshly washed, but people won't know. So I take about this much. It's not that much. You could see it's like a dime. And then I rub it into my hands. By doing this, I warm it with my own body heat. And then I start distributing at the bottom of my hair first. I always start at the bottom and work my way up. And on both sides, I work my way up. Oh, so you use a white toothbrush, a wide toothbrush brushing your hair, got it on Amazon, and a white chalk marker. And, oh, that's great. Then you can also get that on Amazon too for organization and to boot up your organizational skills for 2021. I think all of us need to do that, myself included. So what I'm doing is I'm just taking this shine fluid, then I can use my brush and I can brush through it as well. But I always start at the bottom, err on the side of caution, because if you accidentally put too much on your hands, you can end up with what looks like greasy hair. And so now that I have it on my hair, all I'm doing is I'm brushing through using a fine tooth comb. Now I'm going to turn around just so you could see my hair, because I know I've been to the front this whole time. So let me go to the back here. You can see my hair. Can you guys see it? So by going through with a flat iron and simply putting a little bit of shine in there, you can really smooth out your hair and make it so easy. And then, you know, you can futz with it. I'm sure we all do that, right? We get in and make it the way we like it and mess with my part a little bit. And that's another point too, is you could always change your parts. I mean, sometimes changing your part really does change the look of your face overall. Like I can move my part here just because it's flat and it's easy to do right now. So you can have hair, you know, on the side if you want. And it kind of just changes the look of your face. This is kind of, I think, more of a glamorous like evening look, and the other one can be more of a professional look. Another thing you can do with straight hair, if I had a clip, you can just clip it right here. And that's kind of like a cute look for the office. I just put one little clip right here. And you can still have your hair long. So, oh, thank you, healthy hair. Avocado is great for your hair, yes. Avocado is awesome for your hair. I think avocado oil is good for your hair, but also, you know, you are what you eat. And if you eat avocado and fatty oils such as avocado, this is good fat. I think that fat gets a bad rap in today's society where we're scared to eat fat. But you know, the fat is essential for good hair, good nails, and good skin. And if you don't have fat in your diet, good fat like olive oil or avocados, what happens, or peanut butter is another good one, which is also high in protein. People are afraid of these calories. But what happens is you end up with dry, lifeless hair and skin that's dull and nails that won't grow. And then you wonder why. You know, the fat is good for your body and protein is good for your body. Excuse me. And, you know, I think people are afraid of carbohydrates too, but carbohydrates are brain food. Carbohydrates are what get you functioning and thinking in the morning. There's nothing better than oatmeal in the morning with a scoop or dollop of peanut butter, real peanut butter, chopped up fruit. I use non-dairy milk or oat milk, almond milk, walnut milk, rice dream. These are all great things that you could use and eat in the morning. And really just don't be afraid of eating a balanced diet, because I think that's going to show overall on how you look and how you feel on the inside, you know, which is extremely important. And your ability to think on your feet, you know, your ability to get up in the morning and hit that day and give it your all, no matter what. If for anybody else, for yourself to reach your goals this year. Oh yes, I'm getting a new shampoo. In the conditioner in the car. Awesome, that's super. My nails grow too much. Oh, ha ha. I wish I had that problem. My nails, they grow, but not too much. That's so awesome. What do you recommend for that? Is there any product that you use? Maybe we could purchase it on Amazon. And you purchase protein bars on Amazon. Oh, that's great. I love protein bars too. I think they're a good snack. But I also read the ingredients on the list for the protein bars to make sure there's nothing in them like added sugar, things that you don't necessarily need in a protein bar. So now that I've done this, my hands are dry, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this Hemp's. This is a thicker body lotion, which I think a lot of you guys told me that you are familiar with and you know about. And it comes in many different, oh, so fragrant. This is fresh coconut and watermelon. Oh my gosh, it is so thick and creamy. As you can see, I'm holding it upside down right now. It is not going off my hands. Oh, you just cut your nails short. Protein bars that got more energy, yes, especially if you have kids. Protein bars are essential. I throw a couple in my purse every single day before I head out, because you never know where you're going to end up. And you might be somewhere where you can't get a snack. And that's why I always encourage to, well, if you're a mom, you know to carry snacks. But to carry snacks with you just in case. I carry snacks for my partner too because he always runs out and doesn't think, and men don't have purses and they just don't think that way, right? It's so funny. So anyways, I'm just putting the hemp's lotion right here to smooth and moisturize my skin. This is enriched with 100% pure natural hemp seed oil. And this is light. Even though it's a thick lotion, I don't feel like it gets, you know, greasy, or I'm going to slide off the bed at night if I put it on me, or I'm going to slide off my chair or anything. This is really great. Oh, yeah, I know. Somebody's saying, yes. Oh, Sam is saying, men, tell me about it. Men have no idea what ladies do in the morning to get ready to go out for the day. Am I right? They have no clue. I find it so funny because I have a makeup section, and my partner, I said, oh, look, I cleaned up this makeup section. And he looked at me like, oh, well, I didn't know because I never go over there anyways. Like it's some forbidden taboo place that he doesn't want to go and doesn't want to know what's over there. And it's just, you know, what is it? The men are from Mars and women are from Venus and men are from Mars. And that's probably a lot of it. Also, real quick, just because I have it here, this is a beauty baton. It's by Ready Jet, Set Jet. And what I love about this beauty baton, this is great for putting in your purse. I have a taupe contour on one side, and then I have a blush and or lipstick on the other side. Now, what I like about this too is I can actually take this blush, and if I'm in a rush and I'm in the car and I'm just running around, I could use it and I can dab it as a blush. I can dab it as a lipstick, and I could probably even take it, and if I go like this with my fingers, I can dab it for a little bit of color on my eyes. And so it's kind of a 3-in-1. And then if I want to create contour, which I'll create contour right now, I'll show you guys. See, I live by the quote of Tyler Perry, I can do bad all myself. That's right. We don't need the opposite sex to do bad all by ourselves. That's true. And good all by ourselves. So this is taupe, and I believe the taupe is really the only color that you can put to effectively create contour. Any other color, to me, doesn't look like it really gives the true look of a shadow. And that's what shadowing, that's what contouring does. It plays with your, like does magic with lighting, where it makes it look like this is a little more hollowed out than perhaps it is in real life. So I'm just going to take my Ready Set Jet contour, and I'm just going to tap it with my finger. I can do this with my fingers. I can do this in the car if I'm running someplace and I don't have time. This is so quick and easy. And I'm just going to show you right here. All I'm going to do is I'm just going to tap just below the cheekbone. And by doing this, I am going to slowly create the illusion of a higher cheekbone, or at least a more prominent cheekbone. Now, my girlfriend who taught me this said to swipe upwards. And I'm just swiping upwards here. You only wear CoverGirl liquid cover-up and lip gloss and mascara. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and you've never contoured before. I'm looking in the chat section right now. If you've never contoured before, it's really easy. And you know, I love that look too. I sometimes like lip gloss and mascara, and I'm fine with that. I think it's terrific. Contouring just adds a little more definition to the face. As you can see, I'm just lightly tapping it in, creating more of a look of definition right here. I don't know if you can see it right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn my head, and I'll do the same thing on the other side so you guys can see. So here's my cheekbone, and all I'm going to do is I am tapping the lower part of the cheekbone with this taupe contour. It's a cream, it's in a stick. And by doing this, and sometimes if you feel like your jaw is wide, I feel like mine's a little bit wide, what I do is right here, I feel like I quote unquote trim it by adding contour here. So what we're going to do is tap it And see right here, I'm just going to give the illusion of a shadow. So it gives a little bit more of a recess to my cheekbone. So I'm going to do the other side too. So let me show you where I would be doing this. So I feel like if my jaw is wide, I want to recess this square part of it, which sometimes can be perceived as masculine. So I want to make it a little more V-neck. So all I do is I take my contour and I tap. Yes, contouring, you're right. I'm looking right now in the chat section. The contouring makes people see the cheekbone. Do you think these cross, never wearing eyeshadow and contouring? Do you do the cross? Oh, forehead, nose, and chin. Oh, with like a highlighter? This is what I do with contour. I'll show you. I do cheeks, right here with a contour, which we've been doing. Sometimes the jawline. And then I do, once again, because I feel like I have a prominent forehead, what you can do is put a little bit of contouring right here, which I'll do, which I'll just touch right here, because all this does is it kind of trims down the prominence of your forehead. And if you have an angular face, I wouldn't do your temples because it can make you look even more angular. I have an oval face, so I think it's good to actually add a little bit of contour. So I would actually contour in here. That's a really good question. I would contour here into the temples just by tapping the product. This is the Beauty Baton by Ready, Set, Jet. And then I tap right here. And you can find this on Amazon. And what I do is by tapping that, I kind of shave down also my forehead, my temples, your cheeks right here to add a little more definition, and your jawline. Now, this is something that you're not necessarily seeing on me, but you'll feel it. You'll feel the effects of it being there. A lot of makeup is not showing the color and showing the makeup if it's subtly hiding things you don't want people to see, such as spots, freckling, you ladies who might be pregnant, melasma, where you get dark pigmentation due to hormonal changes during pregnancy. And so you want to just hide these things. I have a lot of freckles. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. So sometimes I want to just get rid of them. And so a lot of makeup is just, covering small things that you just want to subtly cover, and you don't want people to notice the makeup. And other times you want like a deep, smoky, kind of exotic, glamorous eye, and then you would want people to see that. So makeup is used for, different reasons. Oh, that's highlighting. Yes, that's right. Forehead, nose, and chin. And I think I've got a highlighter right here that's also by Ready, Set, Jet. And so this is also a Beauty Baton. So you can highlight too. And you're right, actually, that you can use forehead, nose, and chin. So I'll show you. I'm just going to tap it. And what Sammy means by that is, where would the sun naturally hit your face? That's what you want to recreate. So if you're inside, you still have that golden look. So she said forehead. So normally, I feel like for me, the forehead would be right here. So I would just tap right here to get a little bit of glow. And then cheeks. So for me, it would be, yes, I love the natural look too. Yes, I love the natural look. And makeup can, unless it's non-comedogenic, it can clog your pores. So I always look for things like mineral oil in the ingredients, because mineral oil can clog the pores. But look for something that is pure, natural, non-comedogenic. And I also think, this is my philosophy, is that makeup is meant to be on the face for only a certain amount of time. Anyways, so don't sleep in your makeup. That's not good for you, and it can clog your pores. And at the end of the day, when you're done, be sure that you take off all of your makeup and use a good cleanser and a makeup remover around the delicate eye area to fully take it all off, because you don't want to clog your pores on your lash line. You don't want to clog your pores where you can get acne. All this can happen. Makeup is meant to be on for a certain amount of time, then take it off. So anyways, you can highlight here. This is where I feel like on the upper cheekbone here, you want to highlight because that's where the sun would naturally hit your face, right? So I just tap right here. Yes, some women go to sleep with the clown makeup on their face. I'm reading this in the comment section, and this is so true. And I think that's gross because it's only a matter of time before you clog your pores. I like liquid cover-up makeup. The cover-up makeup that I use is actually in a palette, and it's called Sheer Cover, and it is available on Amazon. It is a tri-colored palette, and next time I will remember to bring it and show you guys, but you can see it, and it's my #1 palette to go to. So, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tap it, and then I'm going to go on this side where I think the sun would naturally hit the top of the brow bone. So I'm just tapping it. It's so easy. And then here's a little secret that I know a lot of people don't use, but I do. I feel like here, between the nose and the lip, I just want to put a little bit of highlighter because I think that's naturally where you get a glow if you sweat. And then what Sammy was saying here, to put it right here on the chin, but not a lot. If you use too much of this highlighter, you're going to look like a disco ball, and you're going to really glow too much. It's too distracting. You don't want to do that. Oh yeah, and the nose. Okay, nose. So right here is where you want to create, or you can create a bigger, more prominent bridge. I don't have that much of a bridge, so thank you for reminding me. It's a good thing. So I'm going to put it right here. And then you guys in the comment section just asked how I do my eyeshadow. That's a whole thing that maybe we could do one day where I can start from scratch if you guys want. I do kind of a modified smoky eye for the day with eyeliner, eyeshadow, and eyelashes. And I've been more than happy to show you, so thank you for asking. So there, I just went ahead and put a little of this Ready Set Jet highlighter on the brow, the top of my nose, and then I have it on the tops of my cheekbones, and then I have the contour underneath and the bottom, because that gives shape to the face, and also up here, and then I put a little bit of highlighter on my chin. So I don't look like I'm a disco ball, but I look like I have a little bit of glow. Because if you put too much on, you're going to end up looking like a disco ball, you guys. Too much highlighter, and people are just like, whoa, you just, a disco ball walked into the room. So anyways, and then once again, we flat ironed our hair today. And then I took a little bit of shine. I put it through my hair. It's so easy now. I'm just brushing it through. Now this look will last me the rest of the day. This look will last me the rest of the day. And for you guys who are just joining us, good morning. I'm Candice Kita, and I'm your host today at Sway TV. Thank you so much for coming and joining us today on this kind of cloudy morning in Los Angeles, California. Where are you guys watching from? Please let me know. I would love to hear in the comment section where you are and what you're doing this morning. And remember, we are coming to you live, so I can sit here and see live time what you guys are talking about, and I'll answer and respond back right away. And if you haven't done so already, please hit that follow button. That's right, hit the follow button so you can follow us here at Sway TV for awesome programming and all sorts of neat, interesting products that we're going to be showing you in the carousel. And you know, if you have missed some of our episodes, because I know people are busy, and if you can't be with us here every single day, that's fine. You can always go to swayreplay.com. That's swayreplay.com, and you can check some of the past episodes with some of your favorite guests. You know, we had Fit Over 50, Doug Jeffrey here the other day, and he did a great, a really intensive workout routine, and then showed us a recipe for healthy dieting. So I've got diet, exercise, fitness. Shay J's here too. So whether you're watching us live, like you are now, oh, Japan, Singapore, oh, konnichiwa. Konnichiwa, watashi wa Kanekita desu. How are you? Good morning. in Singapore, ni hao ma. If you are in Singapore, ni hao ma, how are you? Is anybody in Korea? Any other part of Asia? I know we have people from the Philippines right now. If you're in Korea, 안녕하세요. So good for you to come today. If you're in Southeast Asia, if you're in Bali, or if you're in Dreamland or any other place in Southeast Asia, terima kasih. So good for you to come from, see us today. So happy that you're here joining us. Welcome. Welcome. Thank you very much for being here today with me. That's basically the main language that I can do is sign language. So thank you for all you people out there that might be, deaf or hard of hearing, Thank you for being here today, this morning with me. My name is Candy. And so very, very happy to see you here today. So we're here at Sway TV. So welcome, come and see and view the wonderful, wonderful items in our carousel, today, now, please, I think if you can type and see me now, I will answer back with you. So, come on and, let me know, how are you, today? What are you doing today? I don't know how we just got on that. Oh, anyways, before, my friends, my friends in the hard of hearing and the deaf community, thank you for, being here today with me. Japan, Singapore, other countries that are here, please let me know. I'd love to converse with you. I'd love to say hi. And let me know how you are in other parts of the world right now. How is the weather? Today it's kind of a cloudy weather here in Los Angeles, but this is the land of eternal sunshine and sharks, and it was 94 degrees last week. So maybe it'll be warmer again. So anyways, thank you so much for joining us. And remember to always take a look in the carousel for all these amazing items such as the hemp lotion that we brought to you today, and for the Revlon 2-in-1 hair brush that we use today, which is one of my favorite hairstyling tools. So if you haven't already, follow us for great programming. And remember, somebody asked us earlier today in the queue, so I want to say it again. We actually have a Sway podcast that you can find available on Amazon Music. So don't forget to check us out there. So if you're listening to us, if you're watching us live right now, or if you're going to check out some of our great programming at swayreplay.com, please do. If you've missed any of our other shows. Now I noticed somebody else. Thank you so much. You're beautiful too. Thank you so much for spending the morning with me. Thank you so much. This is kind of like our quiet time, right? Before the whole day gets started. You've got 6 children. Other people are going to their jobs, or maybe they're working remotely from home. So thank you for spending this small amount of time in the morning together. I have so enjoyed it. Thank you so much for engaging with me. And we'll be back soon to do more products. And what we're going to be doing now is we're just going to take a really small break. And then we're going to be going over to check out some of these great items that are going to be, and so anyways, later on, I'll be coming back another day, and I'd love to see some great items with you. Thank you so much for being here with me. And remember, if you guys have questions or comments, don't forget to leave them in the chat section. Thank you so much. You have an amazing day too. Thank you so much for having me. And I would love to see you here again. Have a great day with your kids. Have some me time. And have a wonderful time. And I will see all of you guys soon. Thank you. Love you. Have a great day. Bye.
Make sure you guys follow Sway TV. Follow Sway right here. Ooh, it's this way, sorry.
Corey says, thank you, Sway TV. Shakira says, thank you, Sway. Yes, guys, it is so much fun. We love Sway TV.
So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
We'll see you soon. Until then, let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.